And it's gotta be Cinnamon Toast Project. That's the only thing that's soothing my soul. Turn on the TV to Power Rangers. Yeah.
Hey guys, this is Mowgli here, and I know you don't understand what I'm saying because I only talk to animals, and I know I did the video earlier where I was trapped in the cage, but they let me go. And you know why? Because screw the jungle. I'm a man now, and I'm here with the color commentary crew where they give you views from a different side. Tonight we'll be talking about my new movie. Oh wait, hold up my hairline. There we go. Got to get my hair together there. My hair is so beautiful and luxurious. Won't you agree? I mean, I'm using jungle berries and fruits and things like that. Probably some rhinoceros dung. Anyway, so yeah, we're talking about my new movie on Netflix today that Danny absolutely loved, which was Mowgli. And in addition to that, we got two new trailers from Marvel. We got Captain Marvel and we got the Infinity War trailer. So we can't wait to get into this. Let's go ahead and bring on the rest of our color commentary crew. First of all, the man who has no heart, or the heart just like Shere Khan, Mr. Danny Quick, who was not moved by an unfortunate death in the movie that we saw. Not at all, ladies and gentlemen, not at all.
Well, you know, I have to fulfill my role as the contrarian here. So that's just how it goes, you know. But you know who it is. It's your boy, Danny J. Quick, at the Ace Blade on Twitter and Instagram. I'm ready. I'm ready to review these. I really want to talk about the Avengers trailer, but since we have to talk about Mowgli, I guess we can do that too, you know.
All right. And Chuck Taylor, what's happening over there, sir?
What's up, guys? Yeah, it's Chuck Taylor here. I'm here with my helmet. You know, I'm just touched by the trailer. I had to look at it a few times to really understand it, but you know, ready to get in this trailer breakdown. We did watch Mowgli. I did see a movie. I thought it was actually pretty good. So it was a cool take of the story. But yeah, I'm ready to jump into this show, man. But I'm here with KFH Party Easy. We do parties of all kinds. Definitely got some things coming up next year, so look forward to that. It will be Infinity War. Well, I guess Infinity Endgame. I don't know how I might even say that.
Avengers
Endgame. The Endgame. Endgame. It doesn't flow off the tongue like Infinity War. No, Avengers Infinity War. Avengers Endgame. All right. Well, we got something coming for that, so definitely look out. We're gonna be, having a great bash, doing something with that one. But let's get in the show, guys.
As soon as we figure out the name of it. And of course, I'm Rashad Waters, the owner and founder of Block Band Music and Publishing, a company that provides music and instruments to marching bands all across the nation. I'm sure you guys are wondering why I have a shirt on if I'm Mowgli, but I don't want to get thirst trap tags again based off the last time that I did it. I kind of shut down the internet a little bit, so I figured I would keep it a little bit more G-rated this time. Let me see here. Since Danny's going to tear it down, let's go ahead and get a high energy response from Chuck Taylor over there about Mowgli.
Oh, I thought Mowgli. It was a really good, I guess, a take of the story that I didn't expect. So I've only seen it really through Disney's eyes. Mostly all the movies have just been the Disney kind. So it's very playful. It doesn't really give you any of the dark stories. Kind of like what you might think would happen in the jungle. It's like, okay, well, some people going to be dying. His parents had to get messed up. Him actually getting bullied by the other pack leaders and, trying to find his way as a man, and he's actually in a pack of wolves. So that was pretty cool. I liked how I thought the CGI was pretty decent. It wasn't as good as Disney, of course. I mean, they didn't have money like Disney does to throw at how it looks. But the story I did like better than the Disney story, just because it was very complex to see Mowgli in those different situations. The actor, I don't know the young man's name, but he had his tail off to me, especially on some of those parts when he's just like when he did not make the pack. You'll see that if you do watch it when he was trying to get he was almost there, and then Bagheera, his brother, that's what he calls him. His brother takes him out just before he can get there. He was basically targeting Mowgli the whole time because he wants Mowgli out of the jungle so he doesn't get killed by Shere Khan. But just hearing how devastated he was on that part, and Even when his brother later in the movie, when his one of his wolf brothers come to him, and he's at the man village, and he says, "Hey, Shere Khan's taking over jungle. We need you to come back." And he's like, "This is my home now." And he kind of like walks off. I was like, "Dang,
Right.
cold right there." It's like, y'all should have thought about that before y'all kicked me out the pack. I was like, "Dang." It's like, yeah, you're right. So I don't know. It had a lot of emotional strings that he played in that, and just seeing the different relationships that he had with different animals and humans. So I thought it was a very complex story. It played well on TV. Everybody could understand it. My children could follow everything. It definitely had some scarier parts on this one. The snake was pretty clever. She kind of reminded me of Disney. So I guess they kind of took a little bit of Disney, or at least they both had some of the same direction when it came to the film with this one, because I don't remember this on the.
Okay. It definitely didn't. Wait. Oh, there you are. You're back. You're not back.
Who? Me?
Yeah, you.
I'm going away and away? Okay.
Okay, now you're back. All right, go ahead, sir. Apparently, anytime somebody says anything that's the beginning of... This is a very positive show, so if you say anything negative, there's a good chance that your phone might freeze on you.
It's about to freeze through my whole segment.
Oh, man. Oh, it's freezing. I didn't know. All right,
go
can
ahead,
you hear me
Charlie.
now?
You now, though.
All right, so, but basically, I guess to make a long story short, I really enjoyed the movie. Thought it was well did. I think some of the CGI could have been a little bit better, but wasn't making a big thing about it.
All right.
That's about it.
Well, good stuff. Well, that's a good review on a movie that was very well did. So let's go ahead and pass it over to Mr. Danny J. Quick there. In the meantime, Charlie, we can't see you, bro. Just to let you know. At least it's not me with the problems this time. I'm sure I will have my problems before the show ends. But you told me that the phone that you have is better than mine, but apparently not. Danny, go ahead, sir. What you got to say? 4 minutes.
You're going to stop picking on my cousin over there about his grammar and syntax. If he want to say did, he can say did.
I can say did.
But I actually like the CGI. The CGI was like the high point for me, for it to be a Netflix film. I was like, they did pretty good with the animals. They looked like they were scarred, and then you could tell some of the dogs from each other. I just didn't like
the dogs.
I just didn't like the movie. Like that part that you were just talking about where Mowgli was like, "Oh, this is my home now." Like, bro, you've been there, what, 4 weeks? Just because this lady poured some water on your head, you that's how we do? That's how we do in the jungle? Okay. Sure. Like, since when, Chuck, since when do tigers and monkeys get along? Has that ever happened in the history?
This was a Netflix production.
Yes.
So
yes, it's called Aladdin. Thank you very much.
Okay. If you say so. But no, I just it was a cool film. It was all right, but it was not the two Jungle Books that I grew up on, I think, were both better than this. I did like that they, it was a little emotional for him to see his boy Boot. But what was his name? The albino
Boot.
The albino wolf.
I think it was Boot.
Boot.
Get caught up in the the hunter took him out. But I didn't get, there was so much stuff that I just didn't get, like Ka being a good guy and then a bad guy, and then maybe it was, I don't know if Ka was a good guy, the snake coming in and kind of being a hero. Why did she save Mowgli? I understand, since I guess snakes can see the future now. Okay. I understand. I like what they did with the elephants and him, wanting to get payback on the hunter. But Mowgli was just so inconsistent. He was like, okay, I want to be I'm a wolf. Now he was like, I'm not a wolf. And now he was like, I'm a human. I live with the humans. This is my home now. And then he was like, nah, let's get this hunter out of here. And then he was like, I'm gonna learn how to use fire, and then I'm not gonna use fire again at the end. I was expecting him to come through with the fire at the end, like they always do. But
he used a knife.
He used the knife. He beat a tiger that was 50 times bigger than him with the kitchen knife. So whatever. I'm cool with all that. It was all right. I did fall asleep on the part where they when he first got to the man village, but I woke up pretty quickly and I caught probably say 99% of the film. It just wasn't great to me, but it was Netflix, so. All right, your turn, Rashad.
Oh man, I like this movie. Danny, I feel like you got some. Well, okay, all right. You've already told us when it comes to nostalgia, that's your thing. Because you already said the reason neither one of us like Ready Player One, but you didn't like it because it didn't have Mario in there, and felt it should go. So I feel like you didn't like this movie simply because it wasn't the two Disney versions. I think that's what it boils down to. So I just wanted to get it out the way here. For me, I really loved it, man. I thought it was very, very emotionally touching, man. Like it was great. Like I don't want to spoil it, bro, but I'm just gonna tell y'all, Boot, man, dang, God, Boot. After the movie was over, dang, Boot. I felt bad, man. I'm not gonna spoil it, but it just, man. Dang.
the exchange the last exchange that Mowgli and Boot had was even worse. I'm like, dang.
Yeah. Right. Well, you put them two together. Yeah. Like, dang, that's oh wow. Also, the fight between Baloo and Bagheera, that was great. You ain't seen the fight until you've seen a bear and a panther slap each other. Walking to each other and slapping them, and you slapping them, and then they both like Mowgli when they had to go save him. That was great. I like Bagheera's reasons for hunting Mowgli. Like I just thought it was. I felt like I understood what he was trying to do, and I understood the beef that Baloo had with him. Like, bruh, I saw what you were trying to do. I know why you were trying to do it. Like, I just thought it was really good writing from that standpoint. I forgot what the name of the main dog was. The main wolf. Got me saying dogs now. What's his name? Akela, yeah. I like his reason for banning Mowgli. Like when he saw that fire, he's like, "You brought shame to the pack, and you brought shame to me." Like I didn't see it happening like that. Like I knew your boy was going down, but instead of him going down, he had put Mowgli out. Wow. And then just Mowgli becoming a man. At the end, like the man, and protecting the jungle and everything he had to do and facing off against Shere Khan. Like in the last movie we just saw, he just used fire and it's like, okay, nah, he didn't use no fire. He, like you said, he straight brought the kitchen knife and then used guile and tried to, and how he set up the hunter and how he used the elephants. Like he was smart, like a human is, to be able to put all those things in play. That was great. I really liked it, man. I thought it was a very emotionally touching movie. I think there's some very suspenseful things. There's some scary things in there, Danny. So I know you had to agree that there was some scary things. Like when your boy was underwater and then Shere Khan stuck his head under the water and just stared there for a second. And just kept staring. You're like, bro. Like that was generally kind of scary because you didn't know what was going to happen. Like, was he going to find him? I can't believe that he saw one bubble doing all that lapping. Yeah. That didn't make no sense. He doing all this lapping and see one bubble. Like, what's down there?
Down there, yeah.
The only two things I didn't like, the animal faces were kind of weird because you could tell that they went more for an animal type of way of doing it. I mean, a human type of way of doing it. So with the facial expressions, that was kind of weird sometimes. And then I didn't like that he looked like a girl. Like, just wanted him to look a little bit more like a dude. I mean, just kind of like just make him look a little bit more like a dude. I mean, he just
he had that soul glow.
Huh?
He had that soul glow. He had them luxurious locks.
He had very luxurious locks. But that's it. My recommendation is to go see it on Netflix. I think it's a great movie, particularly since you already have Netflix. You don't have to pay any extra money. Charlie, your recommendation?
No, I guess not. I guess he doesn't want people to see it.
I guess not. And yours, sir?
Yeah, I say go see it. It wasn't a complete waste of time. It's on Netflix, so if you have Netflix, Put it on. Watch it with the family. It's it had some pretty good lessons in there, even though Mowgli was really inconsistent. Just watch it.
Gotcha. All
I
right,
must
let's
be
get it.
froze.
Huh?
Was I froze?
Yeah,
You
yeah, you.
didn't. We didn't hear you. We could
Okay.
see you moving, but I didn't hear you.
Yeah, I couldn't hear you ask me the question. It like had like beeped out for a second. I guess the
Oh,
snow is affecting my internet service. I'm not
that's
sure.
what.
But
Should
yeah,
people see this
definitely
movie?
check it out. It's on Netflix, so I definitely say check it out. Now if it was like in theaters, I was like, but definitely on Netflix, I say check it out. It's a good watch. The whole family can watch it, so there's nothing really dramatic in it that they can't see. But it's still pretty good. It's pretty good watch. Good lessons, like
Oh,
Tori said.
okay. All right. Well, let's go ahead and get into our next thing and get rid of these luxurious locks here. Now we're talking about Captain Marvel, the trailer. We got Captain Marvel and Infinity War. How long y'all want to take on Captain Marvel?
Mm.
It ain't gonna take long. I want to take all my time on the Avengers.
Okay. So
It's all a
3
little
minutes.
bit. Yeah, that's good.
Go for it. Go for it, Danny.
All right, so Captain Marvel. Listen, I think All right,
Listen.
I think Marvel is smart because of the way that they're putting these trailers out. So they're trying to transition from the old to the new, right? They're trying to get out of to say farewell to the Avengers, to the big three, Iron Man, Captain America, Thor. They're trying to, transition out of those and get into the new ones, right? So I think it was really smart that they put Captain Marvel out first. They put out Avengers in the middle, and then they were supposed to put out Spider-Man at the end of the week, right? So they would give you a little tease with the Avengers. We're so emotionally invested in these characters that we don't really need much. Like I said, I posted on Facebook. The trailer didn't have anything in it. It was literally just them sitting there, looking sad for a whole, 2 minutes or so. So that was all that the trailer was, and that's all that we needed because we already are emotionally invested in Captain America and Iron Man and Scarlet, what's her name, Scarlett Johansson, Black Widow. We care about the characters so much. We just need to see, hear them speak to be interested. We already going to see this movie. We ain't got to worry about it. Now with Captain Marvel, they gave us the Skrulls. They gave us Nick Fury. They gave us the cat. They gave us her punching the old lady and then revealing that she, they gave us a lot to work on, to work with. So that kind of grabbed my attention. I really like what they did with that trailer. And I think it's really smart of them to do that with a new property because we don't really care as much about Captain Marvel as the character, so they have to give us some cool shiny stuff to look at to interest us in going to see it or interest new people in going to see it. And I think they'll do the same thing for the Spider-Man trailer when it comes out. I think it'll be even though we already got one Spider-Man movie, I think it'll be some big reveals in there. You might get to see Mysterio, the new suit, and all that good stuff. So yeah, I think Marvel knows what they're doing. They just, they got the game on lock now. So what say you, Chuck? What say you about Captain Marvel?
I really like the second one. The second one, I'm not saying really like. I ain't gonna go that far. I like the second one. I really like the end of the second one. When I got to see her actually use that power, and she like basically like went Super Saiyan, like that was like, oh, I think everybody was just all the reactions that I looked at, and I looked at my own. I was generally like super excited when I saw it. I was like, oh my gosh, like that was amazing. Like, I can't wait to watch that in theaters. Like she got me like, oh, I can't wait to see her beat up some people. Because that was pretty nice. Like she definitely did remind me like how a Superman type of power up. Like I don't know who's stopping that. Like even the bad guys. Like Thanos is a beast. But when I saw him fighting everybody else, like I don't know what he can do against her. But I guess they'll beat the power up some more. Like just like when he was fighting Thor. We saw Thor go crazy on people too. So he handled Thor a few times. But yeah, the trailer to me, I thought was really well done. I like how, like, you kind of got to see a little bit more of the story and what it's going to be about. It wasn't just like little clips and a nice montage of sounds and different imagery like they had on the first one. Everything on the first one was just like, okay, it's kind of letting us see a little bit of everything. But this one kind of like, okay, it's going to be about memory. It's about her memory loss, trying to find herself and trying to find who she is. And it looks like it's going to be a lot of twists. So it looks like it maybe has, like, you may think it's going to be these people are going to be the good guys, and then they might end up being the bad guys type of thing by the end of the film. So I think it's going to have you kind of like trying to figure out who is who on the movie. So I definitely want to check it out. The trailer did a great job with that one. I enjoyed the trailer. I guess I felt better after the trailer than I did after Infinity War. Infinity War was kind of like, Endgame. Endgame. The Infinity thing was so nice though. I'm sorry, the Endgame, I'm just not feeling it. But,
hey, I don't think that's the real title, to be honest with you. I think they put that out. So? I think that
Infinity Endgame or something. I don't know. The Infinity just seems like it needs to be on this movie. I don't see why they took it away. Trying to be different.
Can we call it Infinity? Infinity Gotcha again. Look like we got a comment here from Kenny Miller, one of our great crew members here. He said he thinks only Super Skrulls can mimic powers. That's not correct. All Skrulls can mimic powers pretty much. The Super Skrulls, though, can mimic multiple powers. Basically, a Skrull can generally only mimic one person, but like the specific Super Skrull, like he can mimic, or the first one I guess can mimic the entire Fantastic Four. So yeah, they would generally use those as their shock troops, while combining multiple powers together. But anyway, as far as the Captain Marvel trailer was concerned, I was a little underwhelmed until the end, like you said, Charlie. I wish they had kind of mix some of that stuff in there. Like it didn't really captivate me. I'm going to see it. I'm excited to see it, but it didn't really draw. If I was just how should I say, if I didn't care about Marvel at all, if I was just a regular person looking at stuff, trying to see if I was going to see this movie or not, it wouldn't. I still like action. It wouldn't draw me in until the very end. So I wish they had kind of spread that action out some. I thought it was interesting that she got that smile in, so maybe y'all can shut up about her not smiling. I'm talking to about everybody out there. That kind of worked my nerves a little bit, because when did the Hulk smile? You know what I mean? but Captain Marvel, she got the smile, so she got a little smile in there. And while she was saying that, she said, "Oh, we're great heroes." And I thought that was great, because you can see there's going to be some brainwashing in there. We already know that with the Kree are not really good guys. We've seen the Kree a lot of times with Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. So they're not good guys. They're not necessarily bad guys either. They just don't have the human race. That's not a priority to them. So they're going to do whatever they need to do. Same thing with the Skrulls. So I think that they're definitely going to have her brainwashed one way, and then she's going to come out a whole other way. Some people think that she's actually a Skrull herself. I don't know. I'm going to be very interested to see who are Skrulls. I think there's going to be a lot of reveals, and that's going to spill over into to Infinity War.
I'm sorry. They can't have her a Skrull in the first movie. Like, they will never get the audience back again.
But she could be a Skrull halfway through or something like that, somewhere in there.
I don't know.
Who knows?
It better be the real one at the beginning of it, because if it's her first movie and that ain't her, I'm not gonna. I'm not like that. Like, I'm gonna feel like somebody just lied to me. I'm like, so we don't even know what this woman is like. Like, this was a Skrull. It's like Spider-Man was a Skrull.
I felt with Infinity War right there. I felt like I was lied to. The whole movie, all the advertising was about one thing, and the movie was about something else. That's how it goes.
Wow. So let's go ahead and transition on to that, since that's what everybody wants to talk about anyway, is Infinity War. I got a couple of theories here. My first theory is the fact. So we got to figure out, okay, who's gonna be the player in this? Like, we got Captain Marvel, but we also got Ronan over here, or Hawkeye as it used to be. My number one theory, is that Captain Marvel and Thanos are going to be going at it. Boom, boom, boom. And Captain Marvel's going to get the advantage. And then all of a sudden, kind of like your boy Shere Khan, he's going to come with the uppercut or something where she's not looking and come back. And then right when he's getting ready to hit that killer blow, he's going to get an arrow right in his eye. Like, ah! And then it's gonna zoom in on Thor real quick. And Thor's going to be, yeah, I told him to aim for the head. And Hawkeye's gonna be standing there with the arrow. My second theory is that Nebula and Tony are having an affair. And that video that Tony did, all he's trying to do, this man's just trying to cover his tracks, bro. He's like,
that's what he's let me record this video. Like, is this recording? Nebula, back up. Is it recording? No, I mean, look, I was trying real quick. No,
right. I mean, look.
24 hours to live.
I mean, think about it. He already called her Miss Potts. Like, oh, who's Miss Potts? Like, he didn't call her Pepper. Say my name. I'm around you. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Miss Potts. It's not that bad out here. Nebula don't have a clue what's going on. He better cover his tracks, and then your girl Pepper's gonna show up in the rescue gear, and she's gonna find out what's going on, and he's gonna be like, hey, hold up, it's not what you think. Did you know her whole body was replaced with technology? You're like, I'm good with machines.
Wow.
Wow, Rashad, that went down a dark path. I thought we were about to talk about trailer.
Terrible. Well, that happened. That was my reaction to the trailer.
Oh, that was your reaction.
That was my reaction. Because what else was I supposed to react to? There wasn't nothing else that happened. For me, the only thing,
There actually was, though. There was a lot in there.
For me, the only part I did not like this trailer because I felt teased. I do not like being teased. You know what I mean? Like, give me something. You know what I mean? The only part I liked about it was everything with Tony Stark, like him doing that and being by himself. That was amazing to me because we didn't know that. We didn't know that he's trapped. We knew he was in outer space, but we didn't know that he's trapped. But everything else, we knew. We know that Thanos already wiped out half the population. We already knew that Thanos had returned. We knew as fans that Hawkeye was going to become Ronin. So a lot of people didn't know that. And Ant-Man, we knew that Ant-Man was going to come back. So it didn't really give me anything that I didn't know. I'm about to pass it over right now. It didn't really give me anything I didn't know. So I wish the trailer had been better. But I'm interested to see what you guys think about the trailer and also your predictions. Mr. Danny, quick, what you think, sir?
I liked the trailer, but I didn't like that it was all right. So I have a good friend on Facebook named Brian Vickers. He actually works for a company that makes that makes trailers for movies, right? And he said that even though it's listed as a trailer, it was really a teaser. And
right.
Like I said, I don't work for the company, so I'm like, it says trailer, so I'm expecting it to be a trailer. So I didn't like that it was a teaser, but of course, the first thing they always put out is a teaser, so we should have expected that. Number two, I think they did put a lot in there for people like us who watch a trailer 100 times. Did you notice at the end when Scott Lang came in that the footage said archive up at the top? So that was when Cap said, "Is this old footage?" It actually says archive, and it has a date up there that looks like it says like 1983 or 1993 or something like that. So you have to be a super eagle eye to catch stuff like that. But that, and then also there were a couple of things in there that were really cool. The way that
you had to be super eagle-eyed or just watch somebody else's YouTube video.
That too.
Yeah, that sounds like some breakdown knowledge right there.
Right.
That's exactly what it is. I didn't see it myself. I had to search the interwebs for that. But yeah, it's pretty cool. Like they give you a couple of little things for people who like to do stuff like that. But like I said when I was talking about Captain Marvel, they were so emotionally invested in especially in Captain America and Iron Man that we literally don't need anything else to make us watch the movie. Just tell me that Iron Man is going to be in it, Captain America is on me, and I want to know what's going to happen to them regardless. I think it's what one of our fans in here just said. I think it was Warren Mack. He said that Ant-Man might be what if Ant-Man is a Skrull? I think if anybody's a Skrull, it's going to be either Captain America or Black Widow. Because
Well, I was about to say Black Widow. I was thinking of Black Widow. I was like, I gotta film Black Widow scroll, bro.
yeah, like I think it would make the most sense. You know, she doesn't have any powers. You know, it's easy to stay under the radar. Nobody will suspect her. Captain America, you know, he was gone for all that time, out of the public eye. It would be easy to slip in, or even Falcon, but Falcon got dusted. So, you know,
yeah,
that doesn't mean he's not a scroll though.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But I think that we will get that in this movie. I think that's going to be a big thing. I don't expect to see Thanos fighting. Of course, he's going to have to face off against the Hulk, but I don't expect to see him you know, doing too much. He's content with where he is, and until they reset all that stuff in the timeline, he'll be fine. So we might see him. I'm over my time, but we might see him fight a little bit, but I would expect that, you know. Oh, and one more thing. I think all of the stuff that happened in the trailer probably happens in the first 5 minutes of the movie. Like all of everything that we just saw in that trailer and the teaser probably happens right. That might be the opening to the movie. Like that literally might be the opening to the movie, and then everything else happens. But that's it for me.
Either that or none of it happens.
Yeah. That's a possibility.
Like Thor just comes to Titan and just picks up Tony and Nebula, just takes him back to Wakanda, and everybody's just chilling, happy day. That would be crazy. Like Marvel, y'all horrible Marvel.
Well, go ahead, Chuck. What you think about the trailer, man?
Let's see. I was definitely I didn't. Let me say this. After I watched it a few times, I understood that, okay, it's going to be a teaser. They always bring the teaser. It's like, I didn't think about that when I first looked at the trailer. I'm like, okay, I'm so excited. I want to see what this trailer is going to be like. So I guess my expectations were just too high. So, but the teaser, I'm going to say the teaser. The teaser, I like the Tony Stark part, the Iron Man portion of it, when he's on the ship. And just kind of having that little breakdown, like kind of gets you kind of drawn into the I guess maybe the plot of the movie, and just kind of like it kind of rekindles some of the emotions you felt at the end of Infinity War as well, because you know everybody was all sad and heartbroken anyway, so it kind of jumps right back into that. It's like, dang, now he about to die, and he already saw everybody get dusted after he got his tail whooped on Titan. So it's like, dang, now my boy Tony about to sit there and suffocate and float around and think about his girl. It's like, dang, that's a tough way to go.
Or hook up with Nebula.
So you and this Nebula thing, you got. I ain't good.
You got to think about who Tony is, man. That's Tony Stark. He been single for a long time now.
Playboy, what philanthropist or whatever.
That's Tony Stark.
Right, exactly.
But seeing, I guess the only parts that I really didn't care for, I guess. I was waiting for a little more oomph with the kind of like at the end of Captain Marvel trailer, how they gave us that couple seconds just of like something exciting, like so it was like, oh my god, kind of like blows our mind. I was waiting for something like that to happen. It was too moody the whole time. Like they didn't give us anything, no explosions, nothing unexpected. It was just like, oh, okay. Well, after we found out what Tony was going through, it was like, okay, that's like, dang, I didn't know it was like that. I thought they were going to be able to get back pretty easy. And then basically everything else is just stuff that we kind of already figured out. It's like, we know everybody's sad. We know everybody's worried about where everybody went because the whole planet the whole universe got snapped away. So I don't need to see Cap cry and say, it better work. I'm not going to know what I'm going to do. Who cares what you're going to do, Cap? Like you just saying that does not make anything any better. I don't know what I'm gonna do if I don't go to work tomorrow. Like, does that affect anybody? Are you gonna? It's like, okay, that's great, but I don't know. That part to me, I was like, okay, didn't need that. I could tell they're gonna be sad. He lost his boy Bucky twice now, so I knew he was gonna be sad. I don't need to see him crying. Who else did we see? We did see Hawkeye. That was pretty cool to see Hawkeye. He was messing some people up. So I guess his family. Well, I had more than 3 minutes, didn't I? We only had 3 minutes on this.
I only 3:20.
I thought we had like 5 minutes on these trailers.
Oh, well, I'm gonna get my other.
I'm going to 5. So basically, I felt underwhelmed after watching it. I had to kind of go back and watch it. And I had to go watch some breakdowns to kind of feel better about something. So,
Right,
okay,
right,
I did
right.
see
It was the
something.
breakdown.
I was like, okay, I see. I think Rashad actually told me this when Hulk, Professor Banner was looking at the little pictures of Scott Lang. You saw Shuri over there, and she was missing. Then you saw Peter. I was like, "Oh, John, did Shuri get tested as well?" It's like, so I don't. It's like kind of gives you like some intrigue, like what happened, because we never saw her. I just assumed she didn't get taken away. So,
Right.
so I'm kind of more eager to see what's going on with that. But I guess my predictions. It's really hard to have predictions on this movie because they ain't really give us anything. They don't give us nothing. So my predictions probably won't mean a hill of beans.
Well, who do you think
I'm
is a
thinking it's
Skrull?
going to be some type of. I don't think the Skrulls to me are going to play that bigger role in the Infinity War. I just think I know they're a big villain, but I don't think that they're they haven't built them up enough to be like on par with Thanos. Like Thanos, we've been building up Thanos since the first Avengers. You can't just bring Skrulls from Captain Marvel and think that's going to be on the same level as a Thanos. So they're going to have something very unexpected to make Thanos seem what?
I wasn't saying that. I wasn't saying that they were going to be the main villain. I was saying that I think we're going to get like they're going to plant that seed. Like somebody's going to be revealed to be.
Okay. So they're not going to be that second villain that everybody's expecting.
No, I don't think it'll be them. I think like somebody will die. That's how it happened in the comics. That's how Secret War started in the comics. Captain America died, and when he died, he reverted into a Skrull. Like his body changed.
Okay. It wasn't Captain America though. That was Mockingbird.
Oh yeah, that's right. And then that's kind of how everything started. It was like, oh shoot, what is this? So that kind of set the stage for the whole rest of the trying to figure out who is who and all of that. So that's kind of what I hope happens. That would be kind of cool.
Me too. Yeah.
I don't want that to happen. Just because y'all found it. I want something that nobody thought of it. They doing too much stuff with this movie to make that y'all can just figure that out. I'll be mad. We don't get to know the title until like the movie about to come out in 3 months. And we finally get a title. And like, y'all just figure it out in like a trailer that doesn't show us anything, and that would be pointless. So hopefully y'all come up with something better than that.
Nah, it's gonna be like that because we're gonna be so distracted. Just like when I posted that picture about Ant-Man possibly being a Skrull, I had forgotten completely about the Skrulls at that time. I was like, oh yeah, he could be a Skrull. Any one of them could be a Skrull. So when we were watching this movie and we're so emotionally invested in Tony and Cap crying and all this type of stuff, we're gonna forget about all that. And they're gonna hit us when we're least expecting it. Which, like you said, somebody's gonna die, or they're gonna have a secret conversation. It'd be like, "What's up with Black Widow? Why is she talking like that?" Or War Machine. I think War Machine is my boy. What's his name? Nando V Movies. He did a really good breakdown about who he thought was a Skrull, and that was War Machine. You guys should check that out. I thought it was really good. I am interested to see who it is because they're planting that same type of seed like they did with the Infinity Gauntlet. You're looking at the Infinity Stones for several years. The same to me, it's the same thing. We got Captain Marvel, Skrulls. We're gonna have this one Skrulls, and then it's just gonna keep growing until we get to Secret whatever. Cool.
So, real quick, I know we're about to end the show, but I had a question. So, who do y'all feel like? I mean, I know you guys read a lot of comic books. So, is there anybody in the comics that would be on par with a Thanos?
What's supposed to happen? Go ahead, Danny.
I mean, the Skrulls aren't on par with Thanos, but they could be like the implications could be that there's all of this. I think we're gonna see in Captain Marvel how deep it goes because like Rashad says, the Skrulls are the bad guys. But the Kree aren't the good guys either. Like, they're the bad guys, and then the Skrulls are the even worse guys.
Right.
So, I think they're gonna introduce that in Captain Marvel, so you can just see, how evil these people are. Galactus could be. I hope they don't do Galactus. And then there's all the Eternals and stuff like that. That it could be. And of course, not Century, but Captain. I mean, what's his name? Adam Warlock. they can introduce.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a couple of them.
I
Yeah,
just don't
so
know anybody. Like I don't
yeah, and
have a.
as far as the comic is concerned, yeah, nobody can roll up on Thanos with the Infinity Gauntlet, and that's not how he loses. That's why I'm going berserk in my mind about Nebula, not about her and Tony again, but Nebula is the one that gets the Infinity Gauntlet in the comics, and they've set it up perfectly for that to happen because
Mhm.
in the comics, Thanos like tortured her, like he put her in a state right between life and death. You know, his
Yeah.
reason was actually she was pretending to be his granddaughter when she wasn't. But anyway, it's the same type of thing. He's really tortured her. So, and she hates Thanos, and she's not a good person. You're cheering for her a little bit, but she is not a good person. If she gets the Infinity Gauntlet, it's going to be jacked up, and I want her to get it because I don't want to be sitting there watching the whole movie, being like, "Oh, never supposed to get it," and be like, "Oh, she never got it." Like, if let's let her get it for 15 seconds so that I can have that part done. But basically, what happens in the comics is that Thanos gets too big headed, and he basically loses control of his body to take over the universe, and he forgets. Oh yeah, I still get the glove on my body. So she just takes it off just easy. But the thing about Nebula is the fact that because she's so tortured, is because she doesn't have any practice or experience, she could easily wipe out the entire universe like that. You know, but just like this, like the snap. Like Thanos had a plan. You know what I mean? She don't have a plan. So Thanos has got to team up with everybody else in order to get the Infinity Gauntlet away from her. So I want to see that. Okay.
Mm.
Anything else, guys?
I was gonna say that hopefully they bring in the Marvel universe. I mean, like the X-Men and stuff like that in this movie, because Magneto and Doctor Doom are two other villains that could be on that level. Um, but they would have to bring in the X-Men for that. So I expect it to be the Skrulls for now, but then once they start bringing in the X-Men and all that stuff, the Fantastic Four, we'll get Doctor Doom and Magneto in there.
Okay,
Right.
so okay, I didn't hear any of us talk about the quantum realm. Do we think that's going to be a big part in this movie?
Yes.
Are they using that as like a time machine now? Like, I mean, what?
Like I said,
Yes.
I think Scott is gonna appear. I think Scott might Ant-Man might end up appearing in the Captain Marvel movie. Because if he did in fact go back in time, that might be an Easter egg or something like that where he shows up in that van. But that's it for me. It's not.
Cool. All right. Well, you closing thoughts there, sir?
I'm just happy that to be alive right now. There's a lot of stuff happening. Aquaman is going to be so good. I act like I haven't seen it already when it comes out. Captain Marvel, I can't wait for the new Spider-Man trailer. Infinity War 2019 is going to be crazy. And Ace Blaze got some cool stuff coming out too. So, look for me. But until next time, stay vigilant, my friends. I'm out.
Chuck Taylor?
Yeah, great show, guys. Like you said, I'm very excited about the end of this year and also the beginning of next year is going to be exciting, especially for the comic and sci-fi community. You've got a lot of things coming out, so I just can't wait to watch some of these things. So we'll check you guys out next time.
Nice. So, of course, that has been our show, guys. Please make sure to leave us a comment if you're watching live now. Ask us some questions. Tell us what you think. Who do you think is a scroll? We've actually have one here that's actually admitted. One of our crew members here, Winona Richardson Wade. Why did you name yourself that? You know I got problems with W's and R's. Gosh. The hardest word in the world for me to say is retweet. So hard for me to say that. Retweet. You come with some Winona Richardson Wade. But yeah, she says that she's a scroll.
Oh God.
Get one of them down. Get one down pat. We just got to interrogate her and find out. So leave us your comments. Let us know if you're a scroll or not. And whether you're a scroll or not, make sure you like the video. As always, you got to subscribe to the vibe.
Gotta be